Hello students, welcome back. We were discussing about which lesson? We were discussing about lesson number 4, which is Nayakas, Palegaras and Nada Prabhus. See, in our previous session, what all we have studied? We have studied about Nayakas and Palegaras. Who were they? The chieftains. They were having small kingdoms, right? They were small kings. And the place where they ruled, that was called as Palepattu. And then what we have studied? We have studied about Hiriya Venkatappa Nayaka, and then we studied about Shivappa Nayaka and sister of Shivappa Nayaka. And then we have studied about Queen Channammaji, who was the daughter-in-law of Shivappa Nayaka. And soon after that, we studied the Nayakas of Chitradurga. There were some 13 chieftains, among them 5 were famous. And then we studied about Rajavir Madakari Nayaka. Now, in this session, we are going to study about the Nayakas of Surapur, and then we are going to study about Nada Prabhus of Yelahanka. Among them, we are going to study about Hiriya Kempegowda and Kempegowda too. So, we shall begin this class, okay? The Nayakas of Surapur. Surapur in Yadgiri district is situated in between the rivers Krishna and Bhima. See what has happened. This Surapur, where it is? It is in the Yadgiri district. In between what? In between rivers Krishna and Bhima. From 1637 to 1858 CE, 12 Nayakas ruled it. Totally, how many Nayakas have ruled Surapur? From 1637 to 1858 CE, 12 Nayakas. See, 12 Nayakas have ruled which place? They have ruled Surapur. Totally 12 Nayakas. Gaddipidda Nayaka was the founder of this dynasty. Who is the founder of the dynasty then? It is Gaddipidda Nayaka. He is the founder of this dynasty. We can say that Gaddipidda Nayaka, he is the founder of this Surapur dynasty. His ancestors were in the Vijayanagara army. Actually, the ancestors of Gaddipidda Nayaka, where were they? They were in the Vijayanagara army. They are one among the scattered groups after the fall of the Vijayanagara Empire. See, after the fall of Vijayanagara Empire, many more dynasties have been scattered. Among them were the Nayakas of Surapur. Later, after getting the official permission from Bijapur Adil Shahis, they started to rule from Vaginagiri. See, after the decline of Vijayanagara Empire, they also got scattered. Actually, their ancestors were in the Vijayanagara Empire. So, what they did is, after getting the permission from whom? After getting the official permission from Bijapur Adil Shahis, they started ruling from which place? They started ruling from Vaginagiri. And then what happened? Pitambari Bahari Pidda Nayaka made Surapur his capital after constructing it. What actually happened here is, they started ruling from which place? They started ruling from Vaginagiri. But later, Bahari Pidda Nayaka, who has ruled from 1687 to 1726 CE, he constructed this place called Surapur and then he made it as the capital. Later, in accordance with the agreement between the British and the Hyderabad Nizam, Surapur came under the control of Hyderabad. See, what actually happened was, there was an agreement between British and the Hyderabad Nizam. Because of this agreement, this Surapur came under whose control? Surapur came under the control of Hyderabad. Raja Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka, the son of Raja Krishnappa Nayaka, came to power. See, once it was under the rule of under the control of Hyderabad, what happened? Raja Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka, who has ruled from 1843 to 1858 CE, the son of Raja Krishnappa Nayaka. Who is Raja Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka? He is the son of Raja Krishnappa Nayaka. He came into power. The news of the first war of independence in India reached Surapur. During this period, what was actually going on? It was a period of first war of independence. The news of this first war of independence reached Surapur. Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka had a plan to fight against the British by unifying the kings of South India. See, when it was a period of first war of independence, what he did, that is Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka, he had a plan. What kind of plan he had actually? He planned to fight against the British by how? By whoever the kings are there in the south part of India, he had a plan to unify all the south kings and then fight against the British during this first war of independence in India. He enlisted Arabs and Rohillas in his army. See, he included whom all? He enlisted Arabs and Rohillas in his army, and he also started to train the army. He not only planned, he not only listed, but he also started training his army. On hearing these developments, the British officer Thornhill wrote a letter to Captain Campbell on 24th December 1857 and directed him to take immediate action against Raja Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka. So what happened is, Raja Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka, he started training his army. What was the intention of training the army? To fight against the British during the first war of independence. This news somehow reached, that is the developments of the army, the training of army, that somehow reached to the British officer whose name is Thornhill. After coming to know this news, Thornhill, what he did, he wrote a letter to Captain Campbell on 24th December 1857. What was written in that letter? He wrote everything, what all the developments were going on in this dynasty in Surapur, and he said to take Campbell an immediate action. An immediate action on whom? An immediate action on Raja Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka. The British regiment entered Surapur in 1858 and a battle ensued. See, the British regiment means the British army, what it did, it entered into the Surapur in 1858 and a battle was being fought. The enraged army of Surapur broke the bones of Sturt. See, there was a war between whom? British army and the army of Surapur. But the army of Surapur, they were so strong that they started breaking the bones. Newbury also fell. See, they broke the bones of Stott. The Newbury also fallen down. Meanwhile, Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka travelled to Hyderabad to bring the special forces of Arab and Rohil. See what happened actually? The war was going on between the British and the army of Surapur. They were so strong that they broken the bones of Stott. Newbury was also fallen off. But the same time, he, that is Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka, he travelled to Hyderabad. During this time, why did he travel to Hyderabad? He travelled to Hyderabad to bring the army of Arabs and Rohilas. The British forces entered Surapur and destroyed it. As soon as Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka, he went to Hyderabad, these British forces, they entered Surapur and they have destroyed Surapur. The Prime Minister of Hyderabad, Nizam Salar Jung, handed over Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka on the pretext of helping him with the intention of getting a favor. See actually what happened? The Prime Minister of Hyderabad, Nizam, who is he? Salar Jung. What he did? He handed over Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka on what intention? With the intention of helping him as a favor. British kept Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka in a prison at Sikandarabad. See, British, what they did? They prisoned Nalvadi, they just prisoned or they took Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka to a prison in which place? In Sikandarabad. Later, he was subjected to inquiry and was awarded to death sentence. See, once this Venkatappa Nayaka, he was prisoned in Sikandarabad, he was then taken for inquiry. After the inquiry, what was the punishment announced for him? He was sentenced to death. He was awarded with the death sentence. On the plea made by a British officer, Meadows Taylor, the Governor General of India dropped the death sentence, condemned him for 4 years deportation. See, on the plea, on the request, that is on the urgent request made by the British officer. Which British officer? British officer Meadows Taylor, the Governor General of India. What he did? He cancelled, he dropped this death sentence of Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka for what long time? For 4 years of deportation, removal of those 4 years. While he was taken to a fort in Changalpet near Madras, the British betrayed and shot the resting Venkatappa dead. See, actually what happened is, when this Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka, when he was taken to a fort in Changalpet near Madras, what these Britishers did? They betrayed, they cheated. How? They shot Venkatappa dead. And what they said? They spread the false news everywhere that he committed suicide. Later, the British gifted Surapur to the Nizam of Hyderabad. Once the Britishers killed this Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka and gave a false news that he committed suicide, that Surapur was given to the Nizams of Hyderabad. The successors of Surapur province spent their time under the Nizam. See, whoever have ruled under this Surapur, the successors of Surapur, where they started spending their time under the Nizam. Finally, when the province of Nizam of Hyderabad merged with the Indian Union on September 17, 1948, Surapur also merged with India. What actually happened? When the province of Nizam of Hyderabad, what they did? They merged with the Indian Union. When they merged with Indian Union on September 17, 1948. At that time what happened? Surapur, that also got merged with India. The Surapur Nayakas have contributed to the field of culture. See what these Surapur Nayakas have done? They have contributed in the field of culture. Their rule still finds resonance in the minds of people due to their pro-people programs. See, the way they have ruled is still in the minds of people. Why in the minds of people? Because they have conducted programs or they have done the activities for the sake of people. Their programs, that is pro-people programs, that is the reason why the rule of this Surapur is still in the minds of people of Surapur. They built tanks, temples, wells, forts and places. See what all they have built? They have built tanks, temples, wells and palaces. They have constructed this. And then many Jahagirs, that is land gifts, were given. What they were doing actually? They were giving land as gifts. They had provided Inam land to sustain the worship of their patron God Venkataramana at Tirupati and Gopala Swami. Inam land in the sense what? Giving land as gift in sub to what? For worship of the God Venkataramana at which place? At Tirupati and Gopala Swami. They have offered patronage to many artists, sculptors and musicians. See this dynasty, what they have done? They have given us support. They have encouraged artists, many artists, sculptors and musicians. Many literary works of good value were written during their regency. A literary work giving good values have been written during their period. They were known for their religious tolerance. The Surapur dynasty, even they are known for their religious tolerance. Religious tolerance means they generously accepted all the people of all the religions. The Surapur rulers always accorded prominent place to paintings. See Surapur rulers, what they have given? They have always given a prominent place for what? They have given always an important place for paintings. The design and techniques of Surapur paintings are of high quality. See the design as well as the paintings of techniques of these Surapur paintings, their quality is very high. The Surapur paintings stand unique from Vijayanagar, Vijaypur and Mysore paintings. See, Surapur paintings are much more different from the paintings of Vijayanagar, Vijaypur and Mysore paintings. These paintings can be seen in the Museum of London and Salarjung Museum in Hyderabad. Where do we find these paintings of Surapur? We find these paintings of Surapur in the Museum of London and also in the Salarjung Museum in Hyderabad. This is all about the Nayakas of Surapur. Let us see the chronology of this period. The period of rule by Surapur chieftains was from 1636 to 1858 CE. Pitambari Bahari Pidda Nayaka, his period was 1689 to 1726 CE. Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka, he ruled from 1843 to 1858 CE. The fall of Surapur. When did the fall of Surapur taken place? On February 9th, 1858. Merger of Surapur with Indian Union, as we have seen earlier, it was merged on September 17, 1948. Now, let us study about Nada Prabhus of Yelahanka. Ranbir Gowda is the founder of Yelahanka Nada Prabhu dynasty. Who is the founder of this Yelahanka Nada Prabhu dynasty? Ranbir Gowda. He is the founder of Yelahanka Nada Prabhu dynasty. He founded this dynasty. After Ranbir Gowda, Jaya Gowda, Gidde Gowda, Kempananje Gowda and others ruled. See, the successor rulers after Ranbir Gowda, who were they? They were Jaya Gowda, Gidda Gowda, Kempananje Gowda and many more others ruled. The most popular ruler of this dynasty is Hiriya Kempe Gowda. Who is the most popular ruler of Nada Prabhus of Yelahanka? He is Hiriya Kempe Gowda. Therefore, the rulers of Yelahanka are known as the rulers from Kempe Gowda dynasty. See, Hiriya Kempe Gowda, he was the most popular ruler. Because of his popularity, the rulers of Yelahanka, they are also called as what? They are also called as Kempe Gowda dynasty. They were Nada Prabhus during the rule of Vijayanagara Empire. Who were they? They were the Nada Prabhus during what time? During the period of this Vijayanagara Empire. What all they have ruled? They ruled Bengaluru, Ramanagar, Tumkuru and undivided Kolar districts during their period. See, these Kempe Gowda dynasty, they have ruled Bengaluru, Ramanagar, Tumkuru and undivided Kolar districts. Since Yelahanka was the first capital, they are called Yelahanka Nada Prabhus. See, Kempe Gowda dynasty, for them, Yelahanka was their first capital, and that is why, because of their first capital, they are called as Yelahanka Nada Prabhus. Later, Bengaluru and Magadi were their capitals. Later on, as after Yelahanka, Bengaluru and Magadi were the capitals of this dynasty. Now let us study about Hiriya Kempe Gowda, who has ruled from 1532 to 1597 CE. Hiriya Kempe Gowda founded Bengaluru city in 1537 CE. See, when did he found Bengaluru city? In 1537 CE. He built a fort in Bengaluru and started his rule from there. What happened? Hiriya Kempe Gowda, he built a fort in Bengaluru and started his rule from there. He built Basava temple of Basavanagudi, Someshwar temple of Halasur and extended the Gavi Gangadhareshwar temple. What Kempe Gowda did? He first founded Bengaluru city, and then what he did? He built Basava temple of Basavanagundi and then Someshwar temple of Halasur and extended this to Gavi Gangadhareshwar temple. He is credited of building several prominent tanks. He has not only built temples, he has also constructed many notable tanks. Some of them are, they have given some prominent tanks which have been built by him. That is, they are Dharmambuddhi tank, Halasur tank and Sampangi tank. They were being built by Hiriya Kempe Gowda. Hiriya Kempe Gowda was a devotee of Gangadhareshwar of Shivagange and built several chowtries and agraharas. See, Hiriya Kempe Gowda, he was a devotee of whom? whom did he worship? He was devotee of Gangadhareshwara, of which place? Of Shivanagange. And what he did? He built several chowtries and agraharas. He also earned the title Prajavatsala in recognition of his pious administration. See, what was the title given to Hiriya Kempegowda? A title as Prajavatsala in recognition of his pious administration. Means Prajavatsala means he followed the democracy he followed the administration where it was very much closely related to the people, and that is why he has been given the title Prajavatsala. Now we are going to study about Kempegowda II. Kempegowda II, he has ruled from 1597 to 1641 CE. Kempegowda II was the elder son of Hiriya Kempegowda. So see, we have studied about Hiriya Kempegowda. Now who is Kempegowda II? He is the elder son of Hiriya Kempegowda. During his period, Army General Ranadullah Khan of Vijaypur Adil Shahis occupied Bengaluru in 1638. That is, during the period of Kempegowda II, what actually happened? Army General Ranadullah Khan of Vijaypur of Adil Shahis, what he did? He occupied Bengaluru in the year 1638. Hence, Kempegowda II started to rule Magadi and Kunigal regions and made Magadi his capital. Because Ranadullah Khan, he occupied Bengaluru, what Kempegowda II did? He started ruling from Magadi and Kunigal regions and he made Magadi as his capital. Usually, the rulers of this family are called as Magadi Kempegowdas. See, that is, the rulers of Kempegowda II family, they are called as what? They are called as Magadi Kempegowdas. Kempegowda II had marked the borders of Bengaluru and had built 4 watchtowers in the marked places. See, Kempegowda II, what he did? He marked the borders of Bengaluru, and what he did there? He built 4 watchtowers to keep an eye on the Bengaluru. Mark the 4 watchtowers in the marked places. During his reign, Bengaluru grew as a major weaving center. See, during his period, what happened? Bengaluru, it grew as a major weaving center. He also built forts at Magadi, Savanadurga, Huliyurdurga, Huttirdurga and others. See, Kempegowda II, he had built what forts at which all places? At Magadi, Savanadurga, Huliyurdurga, Huttirdurga and many more places. Like his father, he also constructed new villages, temples and tanks. What happened? Kempegowda II, like his father Hiriya Kempegowda, he also constructed what? He constructed new villages, temples and tanks. Kempegowda II handed over the political power of Magadi to his son Kempegowda III and the power of Kunigal province to his another son Hiriya Kempegowda II. See, Kempegowda II, what he did further? He handed over all the political party of Magadi to his son. What is the name of his son? Kempegowda III. Of Magadi, political power of Magadi he gave to one of his son, and also the power of Kunigal province to his another son whose name is Hiriya Kempegowda II. Kempegowda III, who has ruled from 1641 to 1674 CE, constructed the Kempasagara tank in order to tackle drought. See, Kempegowda III, what he did? He constructed a tank named Kempasagara tank with what intention? To solve the problem of drought, to solve the problem of water. He constructed this tank. Hiriya Kempegowda II was not only brave but was also a multi-language academician. See what happened? Hiriya Kempegowda II, he was not only brave in the field of battle but he was also knowing many languages. He was a multi-language academician. He earned the title Navakavita Gumbha Pumbhavani in recognition of his literary achievements. See, Hiriya Kempegowda II, he had his many literary achievements. Because of this literary achievements, Hiriya Kempegowda II was given a title called as Navakavita Gumbha Pumbhavani. That was the title given to whom? Title given to Hiriya Kempegowda II. His queens built Agraharas, temple tanks and temples in Kunigal and Huliyur Durga. What happened? Queens of Hiriya Kempegowda II, what they did? They constructed Agraharas, tanks and temples. In which all places? In Kunigal and Huliyur Durga. Later, the regions ruled by the Yelahanka chieftains merged with Mysuru provision. Later, who all have ruled this Yelahanka, that is Yelahanka chieftains, what they did? They merged with Mysuru province. This is all about Nada Prabhus of Yelahanka. Among them we studied about Hiriya Kempegowda and Kempegowda II. So, in this session we have studied about what? We studied about the Nayakas of Surapur and the Nada Prabhus of Yelahanka. Then among that we studied about whom? We studied about Hiriya Kempegowda and Kempegowda II. So students, I hope you all have followed the lesson, that is Nayakas, Palegaras and Nada Prabhus. So this is the end of this lesson. So eat healthy, stay safe. Thank you.